Okay. So this area has now been re-inhabited. Let's loot some stuffs.
Thank you for the rescue, Witcher.
No problem. There's an herbalist here.
My joints are aching.
That guy has the same voice as Siggy. Let's chat with the herbalist.
Pink Lipiota,
Leaping Leviota, that's a first.
my hero.
No problem.
No hero, just a witcher. Slaying monsters is my job.
Never mind the fact that no one was actually paying us to do this on this occasion.
Humble. Oh my! Oh.
Alright, calm down. Calm down. Do you run this vineyard to begin with? Apparently, Geralt is assuming that is the case, but also, I guess beyond that, are you running this vineyard alone?
Run this vineyard all by our lonesome?
Oh no, my father's the vintner. Oh, an excellent one too. I merely help out.
So where's your father?
In the hospital, after he was wounded by those monsters. But he gets better by the day.
Okay, good. What are you
offering? What can I buy?
The
trade?
best herbs in all Toussaint.
Very enthusiastic you are. Okay, so we do have a ton of herbs. They are generally not worth much. Oh, but we can sell other random alchemy ingredients to you. So, like, I know we were talking about there's some materials that we don't necessarily want to be selling much of, but, I mean, there are also, like, we have 100 Drowner Brains, so, like, we can probably sell some Drowner Brains. Also, they basically grow on trees. So, we could probably sell, like, 50 of them, and not, I mean, we could sell as many as you are capable of buying. Okay. And we could just sell, like, as many as you can buy of that as well. That's mostly it.
Take care.
Please, do stop in if you're ever around.
Okay. Anyone else of note around here, or anything for us to loot, say? Oh. Little bit.
I've lost a game.
Go inside. We cannot. Ooh. More loot still. Anything for us to do here? Loot. I suppose. I'm guessing that's also locked? Yeah.
Thank the gods, Witcher.
Once had they go, what should I say?
My joints are
I think
aching.
that's just about everything here. Oh, except this. Okay. So now let's head over to that neighboring question mark, this one here. One that's actually affiliated with the quest we are trying to complete here. Yeah, that vineyard is not far from Belgard. This is an abandoned site. Is that the one that we're targeting? I have to imagine it is, right? Yeah, okay. So 2 abandoned sites right next to each other. Does likely mean this is also overrun by some kind of monster. Probably monsters, not bandits, I'd think. Oh. Is that a Slizzard? I think that might be a Slizzard. That's... Okay, we did fight 2 simultaneously last time we encountered one, and they were technically bosses, so I don't know if this is of the same power as one of the Slizzards that we fought previously, but at the very least, even if it is, it's presumably, you know, half the challenge for that reason, because it's 1/2 the Slizzards. Although, really, fighting 2 simultaneously is probably significantly more difficult just because there's a lot more you need to keep track of. But let's turn on our Draconade oil now. Activate that. And I'm pretty sure it's a Slizzard. But we shall see. It is. Hey, Slizzard, Slizzard, Slizzard. How's it going? Come out to play? Shh, it won't see us. We probably should have drawn our sword preemptively. Might have been helpful. But also, it is very dead. So, there's the damage for you. That was a quick one. Okay, so this was also an abandoned site, and therefore, in theory,
That's it.
there's new people inhabiting this area as well. All these people had run away, I do believe.
Wonks, sluggards.
A guy casually doing Star Wars. I'm not sure. Oh, actually, that's strange. We got teleported a little bit. The place where we actually fought this lizard was over
To be safe
here. Where's the stuff? That, oh, it sunk into the ground, but yeah, definitely worth picking that stuff up.
To the wells, quick as a flash. Those girls can't wait to see me.
Alright. Anything else? Yeah, this here.
Drink up while Ooh.
Okay. I think that. Oh, that's not all. Hold on. What do we have here? Red to blue. And what is this? A not so living person. Letter bearing Castel Ravalleo's seal. And then this deck. What is this? Dearest cousin, based on what I gathered from your last letter, rumors about Belgard's overtaxed condition are not exaggerated. In my opinion, there's no point you waiting for the new owner. The procedures involved in transferring such an important vineyard will last months, and meanwhile, the estate will fall into ruin. You wrote you had to fire all the vineyard's guards. Will now protect you from wild animals. You know full well how many of them lurk in the Carabarda woods. They could attack you at any moment. I worry for you. I've already spoken to Master Fabricio, and he thinks a skilled steward such as yourself will quickly find work over here. Stop playing the hero and come join me. I await your imminent, I hope, arrival. Your loving cousin Emile. Castle Raviello. Okay, so some more insights as to how this area fell into disarray. They could no longer afford to pay their guards, and so it got overrun by monsters like this lizard. So that was one of them. There is a question mark further down here. It's not necessarily in the direction we're looking to go to finish with Belgard. Like, that's crazy that this last one is all the way over there. How big is the estate? I know we were talking about that a little bit earlier, but that's like, what's the entire lower half of TOUSSAINT? But, maybe we check this out and just see what it's all about, because I think otherwise I'm not sure when we're going to next be over in this area.
I do what they pay me.
Yeah, to summarize what you may have missed, we basically just made the armor, and so only the cat school armor, and we only made the armor and not the weapons, because our existing weapons might be better than the cat school weapons, and there's, I mean, potentially something to be said for getting the full bonus from having the full set, but we're going to try it out as is for the moment, and if we feel like we might want to go all out cat school, including with the swords, then we'll make those swords a little bit later on. Then we colored them with red, white, and blue, basically. Technically, we didn't use any red, but tried to match the aesthetics of our saddle with Roach. That's the idea behind that. And generally, I think some of the better looking colors for this armor. Hidden treasure, you say? Even, are these bandits? These are bandits. I was gonna say, Usually hidden treasures are, you know, not just things that you walk right up to. Usually you need to fight something to get there. Okay, so I did use a strong attack. Which means we are dealing more damage, at least for a little while there, although, yeah. I think we kind of just eviscerated everybody. But when you have the longer kill animations, that's actually, in some ways, that's interesting. Now that it's only like 5 seconds, I think, that we get the extra bonus damage from strong attacks improving the fast attack damage. So in that case, that would suggest, you know, whenever we happen to have one of those longer dismemberment animations, that's actually a bad thing. It's slowing us down. It's wasting our buff time, and therefore making it more, or making us need to do more of strong attacks. This guy's body was glowing, I thought, or something over here is. It just happened to fall directly on top of this. It has orders from Greybill Pellegrin, a gardener's key. What is this all about? Take out that thingaling, quail. The bumhole peeping weed yankers trying to get us killed. That caravan was armed to the teeth this time. He tipped off his black-plated buds at the embassy. I'm sure of it. We still slaughtered a lot of them, of course, but lost a few good lads of our own. Since Quail means to diddle our derrieres, let's diddle Quail. Grab him, scorch his heels, and find out where he's hid his share of the previous raid. Can't possibly have lost all of it playing Gwent. Once you've got that, time for him to dance the Grim Fandango. Okay, so that's a new quest for us. I don't know if we technically could have learned about that elsewhere first, but there is, well, there's something right here that is, in fact, that buried chest. Journal kept by Quail, a gardener, diagram for the Ducal Guard officer's steel sword, and then some dimeritium and lots of money. Valuables as well. We are now encumbered. Let's read this. So on the 21st day of service, so diddling bored. There's really sod all to do here. A quick morning round's enough to water all the plants. Flower bed in front of the embassy doesn't demand much care either. So it goes, day after day. So it goes. Kurt Vonnegut. Maybe tonight, I'll take a jaunt to San Sebastian. Play a hand of Gwent. Bloody Gwent. Lost a whole month's wages. Next month's too. Racked up debts with that Greybill Pellegrin. Heard he doesn't let such things slide. Gotta scrounge up a few florins somehow, or this might end badly for me. Overheard the ambassador give instructions to his secretary. In the coming days, they'll send a transport carrying wine bought for the imperial court, along with some unused operational wherewithal. My guess? They mean a sack stuffed with florins. Information like that could be worth a fortune to a lad in the right part of town. Greybill Pellegrin slaughtered the caravan's guards, snatched all its cargo, had the gall to deliver a pouch of coin to me at the embassy. Said it was my share. I spit on his coin, but I'm afraid I'll need it soon enough. I hated what he gave me in a safe place. Ever since old Ralph died, no one buys wooden planters anymore. His workshop's the perfect hiding spot. Greybill told me to keep my ears open at the embassy, find out when they'll have another caravan to grab. As an afterthought, he added the guard commander would be quite shocked to learn about my role in the previous hijacking. This sounds familiar. Yeah, we have read this before, haven't we? Because I remember the blackmail part. Take off our glasses for a moment? Actually, can we do it here? Can we do that? Oh, I wish there was this animation where Geralt would, like, whip them off and go like, huh? But apparently not. Give you a sassy look. Unfortunately, that is not an option. Oh, if you take off the glasses, he puts up the hood. I see. How do I feel about that? I do really like the glasses. Do I prefer the hood, though? I think we'll roll with it for a little while, just because we've been using the glasses for so long. And I'm, you know, intrigued see what the hood is like. Yeah. Yeah, we'll maybe roll with it for a little bit. But probably long-term we'll switch back to using glasses. I wish you could have both simultaneously. At least have that option. Yeah. Wait, also, I feel like that changed our hairstyle a little bit. Did we? I don't think we had the hair over our eye like that before, did we? I think that's new. Oh. Hello. But yeah, if we could do both simultaneously, I'd probably at least give that a shot. Probably be more inclined to stick with the hood long term. The fact that we have to sacrifice the glasses to do it, that does mean it'd have to be really good. Really good for that to feel worthwhile. Okay, I think that's everything here. Oh, except this dude. Okay, so we can do one of a couple of things. Did we really leave Roach back there? Did we just run this? Yes, we did. We could either continue on, or because we're now encumbered, we could deliberately head back and sell some stuff, and then try to wrap things up with this spot and this spot. I mean, they're both... This one's not super far from where we are right now, but you could make the case that it's perhaps more efficient to use a different fast travel spot, absolutely, to get to this spot. I mean, we don't even have a great one for going over there. And that's very much uncharted territory. To the point where I would potentially even say we might want to hold off on that one, because I don't know if we're venturing a little bit too far off and might enter spoiler territory for something else. But at the very least, let's resummon Roach. Wherever she may be coming from. Yeah, the other thing is that, I mean, it's one thing when we're just walking around with our armor, but I think it's also interesting to see in the actual cutscenes and conversations what we look like, because sometimes things just look a little bit different in those situations. Like, you know, at times we get the camera zooming in on Geralt's face, and sometimes the glasses are just wonderful. You know, are we gonna get the same kind of effect with the hood?
Faster.
I think that was just a kitten. But for a second there, it sounded like someone crying out in distress. These people get startled if we are sprinting fast with Roach when we have a sword drawn? They would in actual Beauclair, but I don't remember if they do. It's out here. It reminds me, you know what it reminds me of? Is the beginning of The Witcher 2, you have a hood, right? Or very early on. I forget for how long, but I believe it might even be not quite your starting armor in, like, I mean, it might technically still be considered the tutorial. It's not the very first place that you are, but, like, the second or third. So it's a little bit of a throwback in that sense. That was a peacock, not a kitten? Darn. I guess I just don't know what peacocks sound like. We should put that away. I can't exactly say I spend much time with peacocks. I believe we've had this conversation before, but they are not exactly native to where I live. Okay, so let's head over. Where is the best place to sell? Is probably in the opposite direction, to tell you the truth. Not this way. This way.
That's it, Roach. You're looking well. Top form, my dear. To send a witcher.
This is our guy over here, right?
It's hard also to trick the club with crabs.
Like, this will be interesting. Now we're talking to him in the armor they just made for us.
I hope your search goes well.
Okay, I mean, it's like, this is not all that telling. I think it's mostly like the cutscenes in which we have more dramatic camera angles that are more unusual. Sometimes look, but they show a different side of our armor than we might otherwise see.
What do you have on offer?
Okay, so, oh, part of the reason why we got encumbered so quickly is because we are still holding on to a lot of the armor that we definitely don't want to sell. But like, we have New Moon, we have Griffin, and we have the equipped armor. It's the cat school. So we have a bazillion armor sets in our inventory. Yeah, we're still encumbered right now. Oh, that's because you are heavy. Okay. Do we have other... I mean, you tend not to buy junk. So we don't really have other things we can dump here. I mean, that does get us below the encumbered threshold, yes. But not by nearly as much as we might like. We should probably head back to Porto Bianco and
Farewell.
stash the stuff that we don't really intend to be using in the short term. Because, I mean, we're carrying, like, potentially as much as 30 or 40 weight, probably even more than that, weight units of stuff that we are not actively using. And that's a recipe for getting encumbered very often, very quickly.
Faster.
So in the interest of more easily being able to explore and not have to worry about stopping back off at home, or to sell stuff, let's make a point of stashing things now. Okay. So we'll head back, and don't think we have anything that we need to talk to people about. But most importantly, we're just looking to stash, really, that, all this. So we were at, what, 161, I think? And now we're at 122. Yeah, we had like 40 weight units worth of stuff that we didn't actually need. Oh, didn't do the spin. That's bad luck. Okay. Got our buffs on, though. Once again, we'll just hit up these as well. Then we'll head out. And now we're ready to make moves. And which fast travel spot do we think is better? Oh, we did have something that we wanted to do at the Pastamara hunting cottage, right? Because Marlene said that there was still something for us to pick up there. So we could fast travel there, do that, and then check out this question mark. Maybe that's the best way to do it. That sounds like that might be a good idea. Let's go for it. Yeah, the Hunger Game. Ugo Katniss. Now, are there still Barghest here? Is this place still haunted? Because it kind of looks like it's still haunted. I think it's still haunted. Also, it's been a really long time since we saved. Let's do that. Let's activate that actual quest though. That we definitely would want to do first. Yeah, secondary quest, punk game is 42. It's a little surprising. Yeah, it's back this way. Little surprising, since we have, of course, already gone into this area and fought many enemies here. So I was kind of hoping that maybe it would be relatively straightforward. Just walk through this area that we already cleared. But that may not be the case here. We may still run into a swarm of Barghest. Those are foglets there. But we can certainly hear them. We can certainly hear them. So are they actually here? Because there would have been some, like, right where we're currently standing previously. Or is there going to be just some other encounter maybe by the time we actually get down there? I don't know. Maybe it's a false alarm, but I have my doubts. Okay. So, spoons, and more spoons. Let's read the description. Remind me of what exactly is the deal with this additional stuff, the dowry she wants. The Witcher had decided not to kill the White. Fortunate decision, as the monster had proved to be a woman named Marlene, afflicted some time past by a terrible curse. The Witcher had lifted the curse and learned Marlene's story. She had suffered unimaginable pain while cursed, fated forever to hunger and waste away. Geralt, big-hearted as he was, could not leave the woman to fend for herself. He invited her to stay at Corvo Bianco, the estate the Duchess had granted him in recognition of his service. The estate's major domo took Marlene under his wing. The Witcher decided he would visit the cured woman several days later. Marlene turned out to be an open and honest woman. She and Geralt had a friendly, candid conversation and decided she would remain at Corvo Bianco for the foreseeable future. She would tend to the kitchen there. Thus, in addition to Marlene's gratitude, Geralt gained an able cook. The major domo was thought to have no culinary talents whatsoever, having burned several pots of water in his... Burned pots of water, you say, in his time? Marlene also told the Witcher that a long time past, her father had amassed for her a dowry that was likely to be lying undisturbed in the cellars of the Tradesmara estate. Undisturbed, you say? We'll see about that. I'm not sure it's going to be that simple. Or maybe the quest level is just based on the monsters around here that we happen to have already defeated that, you know, theoretically could still be hanging out if you did not clear them out entirely before. But, well, I hear something. I remember previously, there was this area down here where I was saying how it really looked like it was going to be some kind of boss fight. I mean, maybe that's where you fight Marlene if you actually fight her. But, it gave me strong, like, Kikimor vibes. So let's see. Level 42 Kikimor Warrior would be tough. It sounds like an insectoid. I can hear it, for sure, but I'm not seeing it here. Here goes nothing. Hello?
Might want to look around some.
It is this area. It's just above us?
Full.
Alright, are we looking for one that's full, or I guess we're looking for one that's not full? Apparently, we want one that's not full.
Nothing interesting here.
Okay. Just whack them all.
This one's full too.
Okay. Sure. This one.
Nothing interesting here.
Playing the drums. Gonna be the last one we check, right?
Full.
This.
This one's full too. Nothing interesting here.
Are they all gonna be the same, and then we're actually gonna need to go through that door? Maybe.
Full.
Is that all of them? Oh no, there are more. Okay. comes the enemy. Thought I heard some rumbling there. Oh no! Gold stick of joy and crowns.
That's awful pretty. It'll look great in the house.
Good. I guess it is. The name did make me a little concerned. Can we go through this door? She gave us a key, didn't she? No, it is still locked. Okay. I guess we're on our way back then. And is it just basically a trophy for Corvo Bianco? We need to get back up. Which is where? Here? Or is it actually something that, you know, more directly contributes to something? Is it purely for aesthetic purposes? Or does it serve a more direct function? There's a loud owl. Those are loud Vargas. I admittedly went off the path. Now I'm not sure. Yeah, I did not go in the direction of the fast travel spot. Whoops. Yes, hello, Mr. Owl. No, I do not know how many licks it takes to get to the center of the Tootsie Roll Pop. I'm sorry. I couldn't get past 3. Okay. So, for example, is it important that we go straight back to Corvo Bianco? Is that something we want to do now that we have this thing? I feel like I'm going to forget about it if we don't. Because it's not... doesn't seem like it's major enough to be super important. So on one hand, it's not urgent. On the other hand, I feel like, yeah, I'm going to forget about it if we don't do it now. Ah, it's a reference to the Golden Joystick Award that this game got. Interesting. Okay. I'm glad that's why it's called that. Yeah. Why not? We'll see what it's all about once we head back. Okay, so I imagine, you know, it's something for the main house. Are you still in the kitchen? And the kitchen is here. Hello, we have done the thing that you said we ought to do.
Thank you for letting me stay. I cannot remember when last I was this happy.
Oh, see, look. Great. Seems like this was, you know, perhaps the right place for her. Although these are these not the 2 things we've already asked her? I'm surprised they don't appear grayed out, because I'm almost certain those are, in fact, 2 things we've already discussed.
See you later.
Take care, Witcher. And remember, you always have warm food awaiting your return.
Okay. Oh, what? Okay, we can loot chicken. I suppose you're right. We always have warm food awaiting us when we return. Namely, that chicken. So, is there, like, do we put it as a trophy on like, this desk? Yes. Okay. I see. What about putting it up here, maybe? It's, it is small. I feel like it's... You know, it's nice and symmetrical in this case. Yeah, let's put it there, I suppose. And then, I mean, like, we did just recently use the bed, so I don't think we really need to, because our buffs are still active. Like, all of our buffs are still active. Okay, so we got that. That is our first trophy. That's cool. Then, no, that's the main quest over there. We were talking about, trying to finish Wine Wars. Not to be confused with the other quest named after wine. So that meant here. And so I suppose, that was part of the reason why we went to this spot, was to be somewhat close to this location. And we could go back for that purpose. I mean, like, it's basically right in the middle of all three of our fast travel spots, right? Maybe we go here, because we're not at a fast travel spot? What? Did I open our map when I was standing right next to the fast travel spot and not actually click on the fast travel spot? I've done that many times before. Now let's go here. Okay, so let's hop on Roach. Come on, girl. Okay. And let's mark... I mean, we don't really need to mark it because we have our actual quest marker there as well, but see what this one's all about. That is a fence, in fact. Now, Roach. I'm sorry. Didn't realize he did not want us to be here. My apologies. Pardon me for helping free this whole area of infested vineyards and whatnot. What is this? Is this a bear? Oh, that's just a bear. Okay, we don't really have any quarrel with you. Ooh, I'm sorry, Roach. Roach is very displeased. I don't have any quarrel with you, bear. It is chasing us. It is currently chasing us. It is directly behind us. Okay, you go back to sleeping. I didn't mean to disturb you. It's all good. This, however, this is the place where we do have something to investigate. Monster Fest? Okay. What kind of monsters, though? Sounds like maybe archspores. That is oftentimes the case these days. I think so. Either that or the centipedes. It's centipedes. Okay. Okay. Centipedes. So in that case, why don't we go with the insectoid oil? May even still be on it. No, Draconids is. Okay. Did we need a repair there? No, we don't. And our armor is new, so shouldn't need a repair yet. Okay, so we got the oil on. Jordan is the way to go. Let's preemptively Quen, though. Well, so much for that. We actually need to get down there, though. Okay, this is more like it. Okay, there are, what, 2 of them? Actually, I'd like to wait until we get Jordan back, preferably. Hello, my centipede friends. That was rude. Would you please step into this yard? I'd very much appreciate if you would head into this yard. Like so. Okay, one down. Oh, this one... Ah, the urn just expired. Darn. Oh, guess what? Got a present for you. It's a urn. Okay, I think that's the last of them. Let's destroy the nest. I must not stand right next to it, as we do. Just in case another centipede decides to pop out. Okay, here's where we're getting some acid extract, so that's good. Those were some of the things that we needed, at least for cat school gear. Might need it for the armor if we want to go that route as well. What is this? This bearing Belgard's seal, florins, and then other scraps. Dear Gabriel, as you are surely aware, in the wake of the Count's death, all responsibility for the care and management of Belgard has fallen on me. In that capacity, I turn to you for help. You are both the best Rabdomancer? Not sure what that means. In all the duchy, and also a dear friend. So I pray you will not refuse me your services. Curious how your services might be needed by me in managing my vineyard? I shall soon tell you. Before his death, Count Crespi ordered an extraordinary valuable batch of seedlings, and if we do not plant them in the very near future, they shall all wither and perish. I assume he's referring to the Archspores. Sadly, the Count left no record of where in the estate we are to prepare the ground for these seedlings. The geologist whom the Count had summoned to show us the most fitting soil collected his hefty retainer, then disappeared. I will not be surprised to learn he was a common cheat. Let us get to the heart of the matter. I wish to ask you to use your rhabdomechanical, whatever, talents to locate where we should plant these valuable vines. I dare trust you shall take pity on an old friend and see to the task right away. Belgard's coffers are, it is true, empty, but I think I shall find a way to compensate you for your troubles. Your friend, Three Pyres. Okay. Is there anything else down here? Suppose not, other than potentially some monsters over in the distance there. That is back towards Roach. But now we have the one that is very distant. The one that's way over there. We don't have any fast travel spots other than this one. That is kinda close, but at that point, you know, we have other question marks that are in the area that we might opt to go for first. I also think there might be some Witcher armors around here. Let's just double check real quick. Wolf School is, yeah, over where we're planning to go at least. Not where we currently are, but where we're planning to go. Then Bear School, further north. Up here. That's probably a task for a different time. That's Wolf and Bear. Manticore. Even the Hidden Chapel is where? Oh, really? That's like... Oh, no, it's back over here. I was going to say, for a second, it looked like that was in the city. But that's definitely not something we do now, I don't think. And then lastly, Griffin is also further north and east. So, if anything, it was what? Wolf? It was over in this area where we were planning to go. So there's nothing right where we currently are, but might be worth making a point of picking up the wolf armor when we do head over to that other spot. So, Roach. I think at the very least we're either looking to run over to the nearest fast travel spot and then teleport here. Or teleport here. But then again, by the time we get there, like, is it better to just sprint straight over? It's probably a little bit better to fast travel. So yeah, I think we head there, fast travel there, and maybe we'll go for the question mark right next door. Let's go for that. That'll be the plan. Cool. For a second, I thought the sound of Roach going to the water was the sound of a giant centipede emerging out of the ground. Like, oh no, what have we done? What did we do to deserve this?
Come on.
Come on, Roach. You can cross the bridge. I know you can.
Run, Roach.
Okay, you know, so be it. Okay, so now we go here. And now we mark this question mark. And we see what this is all about. We have not been really anywhere over here. This is the furthest we've been, in many ways, certainly east. And also north, at least in this continent. You know, we've been, or if you want to call it, this landmass. We've been to Flow 5 and sort of in and around here, but that's sort of on the other side of the river, so that's a different story, you know? But anyways, let's check out this question mark here, and let's maybe stay on foot and just keep our eyes peeled. That looks like it's underground. Makes me think this question mark might also be underground. Yep. There's an entrance. But, oh? It's a Vinter's contract. Okay, yeah, that's actually something that we've gotten a few of them, but we've not yet done any of them. Let's find a way down here. Let's at least talk to the people who want us to do it and see what the details are. And we can gauge if it's something we want to do now or something we want to come back for. So, who is the person in question? Is it you?
Oh,
I think so.
Sir. I guess those swords on your back aren't there as festoons. Maybe you could help me.
Maybe. Depends.
Well, there's a cave that to my mind would be splendid for aging wine. Not over dry and none too moist.
But
Well, damn thing's full of noise. The arse-clenching sort. Clinkety, bangety, knockety kind. Sent McClarkin to sea, been 2 days, and he's not back. I reckon it's aught to do with the elven ruins. Blah.
Oh.
That's about the cave. So, lend us a hand, will you?
Definitely will, but let's talk money.
could help, provided you can pay.
Okay, this is not on the higher side, but let's see if we can push to 250.
Yes, was almost there.
Not quite. Maybe 240?
Agreed.
Okay.
Fine. I'll have a look in the cave, see what lurks there.
Most interested to see what the level of this quest is.
That Gwent will be the end of me.
That guy had a really deep voice, and it sounded like he was talking directly into our ear. It's like, dude, personal space. Okay, I also, what was the name of this one? We have a few Venter's contracts, and I missed what the name of this one was. So, hard to reach places? Is this it? Yeah. Okay, so this one is 43. Thought that some of the Venter, yeah, were, I mean, when we got them, some of the higher level quests that we had. This, I'm probably thinking of this one, which is also 43, but like this one that's 40 is now actually suddenly on the lower end. So, I mean, technically speaking, depending on how picky we want to be with regard to the order in which we do quests, this one is, it's up there. Because I think 46 is the highest. And then we have several that are tied at 43. We do have a bunch of 39s, 40s, and ones that don't have a level, so those are probably things that we should try to do before we start doing all the 43s. So I think in that case we probably will wait to do this one. Excuse me? So I think in that case that means we will just proceed to...
I'm working here.
Are you now? I think we will just instead proceed to take all of their wine. As any Witcher ought to do. Really? I just want this.
Draft horse will talk without some carrot to move it.
Oh, thanks for repairing the cart. Hope you don't mind if I take everything on it.
End of me. I've lost the game.
Oh, wait, did that... I just lost the game. Did that guy just mention the game? Did he just say I lost the game? Because I just lost the game.
I do what they pay me to do. That's it.
It's been a long time since I last lost the game, as well. I must say. Okay, so that's the place where we would go in to make that stuff happen. But I think we will save that for a future occasion. In which case, I mean, we do... this fast travel spot is, like, more or less right next to this, right? So, although it's not quite literally in the same spot, it's a relatively convenient way to come back here whenever we do decide to make a point of doing this. And I think that means, let's just go back to activating the treasure hunt for, which one was it? Wolf? No, not this. I mean, Wolf actually is in this area, yes. Just double check between the Wolf School and the Belgrade stuff. Wolf School is a little bit further south. Is it this one that's the Belgrade? Let's see. Belgrade is further north and east. This looks like this is going to be some kind of large, I don't know, ruins, which has a few interesting things in it. One question mark here, and then the Wolf School stuff was a little bit further south. But if you go beyond that, then that's when you get to the Belgrade stuff, and then there's whatever this is as well. So I think it might even make sense to go here first. It kind of looks like that's more or less in the way of getting to this. But this does also look big enough, at least just looking at the size of it is relative to the map, like that's pretty significant, that I'm a little concerned that that might be something tied to a future quest. So, And now I've lost the game again. Okay. I guess we'll check it out, though. Yeah, how many of you did I make lose the game? You are now required to say in chat and or comments if you just lost the game. Now it's everyone, right? It's gotta be everyone now. Fooled ya. Okay. Back into the woods we go. Don't think there's anything spoilery over there, so we're probably good to go. Okay, that's good to know. That's just a bear. Yeah, that is looking like that might be the edge of the runes in question, or at least the anticipated runes in question. Let's save. This is also reminding me of The Witcher 2, that area where there's like the flower, Witcher 2 spoilers, I suppose, ever so slightly, but the flower garden area by the Elven Runes, where you end up revisiting like a bazillion times. Because it is the Palace Runes, okay? There's a new marker here. Okay, that's convenient, because this was starting to get rather remote. Okay, so this is like right where the... Let's reactivate Wolf School, like right where it was. Was it not? Wolf Gear. In theory, it's just a little bit further south. Yeah.
Scholars pitched camp here. Should look around.
Okay. Search the archaeologist's campsite. Over here. Now, in the past, there were oftentimes enemies in these locations. Not every time. But I would not rule out us having some uninvited guests. And I don't mean those dragonflies? I'm not sure what those technically are. Well, that looks like our thing. Okay. Isabelle Duchamp's journal. Although no diagrams here, so perhaps not. Isabelle Duchamp's journal. Logbook of the archaeological expedition under the guidance of Isabelle Duchamp. Duchamp? I don't know. Technically supposed to pronounce it as if it were French, but our excavation is underwritten by Oxenford Academy. Its goal is to study the ancient elven runes at Termes and subsequently locate and find a way into the underground chambers beneath them using the purple ruby of An Ginvale. Purple ruby? We've arrived in Toussaint, one of the many trifling little realms in the Nilfgaardian Empire. Our journey took place without incident. Illegible fragment. Master Tinsale, a local elf, advised us against entering the ruins. As a precaution, we have hired a witcher. We pitched camp and conducted preliminary reconnaissance. Illegible fragment, and the quarreling continues. Witcher advises us to end the expedition, and someone has yet again brought up that canard about an ancient curse. Oh, okay. The entrance of the underground chambers is indeed protected by a barrier. We must await the Witcher's return. He needs to use the purple ruby to... Illegible.
They were scholars. Should have guessed the passages inside were blocked for a reason. Good thing they didn't try to go in there without a witcher.
Yeah, but then what happened to that witcher? Whoa, hold on. What was that? Mostly junk? Is that... that's not the way down. Okay, so is that all we needed here? Was to learn more about it, and then we need to find the entrance, which is further over up north? Okay, yeah, so we'll head back over in that direction in that case. There is still that question mark over there, kind of in between. And that might be technically below ground in that sort of cave system, but it might also just be right there. Your stuff. There's an entrance. Perhaps the entrance, in fact. There's a place of power. Somewhere over here. There's also more loot. Ooh, come on. Come on! Oh, okay. It was a nice fancy chest. I thought it was going to be better than that. The last was not. More loot. Pretty sure we had that already. We did use a lot of Dimeridium recently.
Place of power. It's gotta be.
Is it down... where exactly, though? It's supposed to be right on top of us, but... got a series of elevation changes. I think it's below us, perhaps? Drop down, I guess? And now it says it's higher up. Where is it? Oh! Well, we might have found our entrance. Also, we may be stuck. We, I think, are in fact stuck. Okay. So this happened. This was not intended. Ways out of this. Ways out of this. We cannot cast signs. Oh. I can kind of roll in this direction. We may be trapped here for all of eternity. We may have found the most dangerous corner of the map in all of The Witcher. I think we may have. Yeah, so, you know, we'll just chill here for the next, you know, however long.